Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to the Economic Weather Report. Today we're looking at building consents. This tells us a lot about what's happening in the housing market and more generally in the economy. Building consents actually fell 10.4% to 1,874 in February. But the actual value of those buildings actually rose 0.7% to $500 million. What's going on here? The number of consents down, but the value the same. Essentially, this is all about rising building costs. And anyone who's been trying to build a house in the recent months will see this. For a bunch of reasons, the cost of building a home is up. Firstly, fuel costs are up, so the cost of bringing the wood and all the concrete to the building site is up. Secondly, the costs of regulation are up quite sharply too. And if you have a look at this chart, you can see when the new Building Act came into force in 2005, that helped trigger a long-term decline in the number of housing consents issued. We had the leaky building crisis, which forced a revamp of the building code and made it more difficult and more expensive to get a building consent and then to actually build the house. And that has increased the overall cost of building by about a third in the last 3 to 4 years. And so we're also seeing a drop in the number of building consents. The scary thing is here that the amount spent on new building in the last 3 to 4 years has actually been stable, despite obviously quite strong demand, and an increase in house prices, which you would think would have encouraged developers to get cracking. Now, this is bad news for affordability, home loan affordability and housing affordability generally, for a couple of reasons. Obviously, if you want to buy a new house, it's going to cost you more for that house. And secondly, as the amount of supply coming onto the market starts to fall, that's increasing prices too because of a lack of supply in the market generally. But of course, right now, house prices are falling because of a lack of demand. A lot of the first home buyers have pulled out, it's simply too expensive, and a lot of the property investors have decided now's a bad time with prices falling, they're not going to get the capital gains. I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz with the Economic Weather Report.